What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is James. So it's officially February of 2023 and I'm gonna go over my February pickup. For those of you who haven't been following along, my goal for 2023 is to buy 12 pieces for the year. So essentially that breaks down to 1 piece per month. The second piece that I got in 2023 is a pair of boots. These are a brand called Viberg. For those of you who are not familiar with Viberg, they are a Canadian-based company out of British Columbia. But let's get into it. These are the Viberg Hiker Model 66. So if you look at these, they made 2 different versions of them. They have a high top version that's got a bit of a padded heel, and then they've got this kind of mid top version right here. I went with the mid top because I just felt like it was a bit more dressy and I liked the colors essentially. So Viberg does small batch products, so everything they do is gonna be a pretty limited run. It's not necessarily like limited where it sells out in 10 minutes, but it's just they are always changing up the leathers. They're trying to be really sustainable as far as like not overproducing stuff. And that's what they did with these. So these are a full leather top. So if you look, there's only 1 full leather piece, and then they have the back part where they kind of stitch together, and then you've got the heel pull. So these are called a culotta leather. So from my understanding, what a culotta leather is, it's a cut on a hide. So it's like the back part of the hide that goes into the belly, and it's gonna give you like really cool textures and looks on that. So the color of these is gonna be like a gray. You'll definitely see that it's got more brown to it as well. When I bought them, I thought I was gonna be getting more of like a darker blackish gray, but they ended up turning into a little bit more of a brown, which I'm okay with. I mean, the last thing I need is more black boots. Viberg is a hugely well-known brand in the boot community. They have been in production since 1931. They are still family owned, and the quality of their product is considered to be, you know, around with the best. I mean, just top of the end boots. There's really not a better brand than Viberg at its price point. The reason why I went with these is because I wanted something that was a little bit different than what is already made. So the Viberg 66 model is kind of inspired by the 105, which was like the original logger boot that Viberg did. And they just reinterpreted in the 70s to be more of like an athletic kind of hiking boot. You'll notice that like in the 70s, people were starting to like run and go hiking more. It was becoming more of a pastime, and this was kind of a iteration of that. You'll see that up here, they've got the speed hooks. So you've got your 2 kind of D hooks right here, I think these are called, and then up here, they're gonna be speed hooks. So basically what that does is it allows you to get like a really custom fit on the boot. So every single time you use it, you would just relace the boot, which is great if you're wearing them all day. Living in the city, it's a bit frustrating because I'm going out for 10 minutes to take the dog out, and then I gotta relace my boots up. And then we're going to the grocery store for 10 minutes. I'm walking there and swapping it out. I've only worn them like 2 or 3 times. I'm trying to wear them around the house just to get a good break in, but they're amazing. I know they're gonna break in, and I know they're gonna wear in really, really well. As far as quality of boot, these are insane. Again, Viberg is family owned, small batch products that they make by hand in British Columbia. So you'll notice that like everything about this is perfect. So the welt on them is insane. So if you see the stitch density on the welt, it's ridiculous. Like I've never seen a boot such a tight stitch density, which is insane. In regards to the website though, I bought these on the website and I should have known better when I looked at them. The description says that they were a stitch down, which as I was looking at them, like I don't know how they decided that was true. I could be wrong. I'm still new to the boot world. Like I know a little, but I don't know as much as I probably should. But to me, these look like a 270 Goodyear welt, or like a split welt, if you will. So if you look at the heel part right here is where kind of they hammer in, and if you look at the sole, you'll see the hammer, the nails, and then it comes down into the toe, and you'll see that they've got the welt going through there. So I don't know why they say it's stitched down. I believe it is more of probably a Goodyear welt, but that's fine. As to the boot itself, you'll notice again, it has the culotta upper. These are gunmetal brass speed hooks, and then you have D hooks as well. And then you're looking at a very aggressive sole. So the sole on this is a big, I wanna say it's like a micro lug, but it's definitely not. It's like an aggressive lug sole. I believe they called it a Sierra 1276 sole, which again, I don't think is correct because that's a Vibram sole, and these are made in England. So if you look here, that's what that is. So I don't think this is actually the sole that they wrote on the website, but overall I'm like really loving these boots. So the reason why I got these for my February pickup is because I had a pair of Morjas and I still have them, and I'm very excited to have them. They've actually broken in really well. The tongue thing is still super annoying, so if you're interested in those boots, check out my link right here. But I wanted something that was a little bit more long lasting, and I wanted like a true heritage boot. Viberg is a boot, you'll literally have it for years, so forever. So these and then my Trickers are like the two boots that I plan on like being the old man, and you know, your grandkids walk around and you're like, those boots are cool, blah blah blah, and you're like, I've had those since 1972. Like, I wanted boots like that. I don't know why. None of the boots that I have now outside of my Trickers are gonna be like really long lasting boots, like truly long lasting. They will last me years, but I wanted like heritage American boots. And the reason why I didn't go with a traditional heritage boot like a mock toe or a trench boot or you know, one of those boots is sometimes I feel like they're just too on the nose. Like, I like denim, but like I don't want to be the guy wearing like a denim jacket and then denim pants, or like army green fatigue pants and then trench boots. I want to be in that vein but slightly different, and I think the hiking boot is a great option for that, and it's still very much traditional in that sense. So that's kind of like my 2 cents on why I wanted these kind of boots. In regards to buying them on the website, that was a bit of a unique thing. So there were a few different things. So if you looked on the website, the construction I think was wrong. I think the sole aspect of it was wrong. And then if you look on the website and you look at the product photos, the laces, so it came with 2 pairs of laces, so I'm not mad about that at all, but they gave me these laces right here, which are very, very cool. They're like very much like a hiker brown kind of boot with green, very military-esque, which I like quite a bit. They also had leather laces with it, and the leather laces were 100% black. I looked, and even the nylon laces were black as well. These are brown, and then these are black cut leather, which is not what was on the website. So that was a bit weird to me. I was a bit surprised by that. I'm not mad about that by any means, just because I know that I can just buy new laces. It's not worth, you know, I'll spend $10 and get new laces. Also, the laces are crazy long, so I'm gonna get shorter laces anyway and kind of swap them out that way. But that was a little frustrating, just because, you know, you open something and you're expecting to get something completely different than what it is, and that's not exactly what kind of happened. So that was kind of upsetting. And then I had done so much research on what Stitch Down versus Goodyear is and things like that, and seeing that these are, I think, again, leave a comment if they are, I think not stitched down, which is fine. Again, I'm completely okay with not having stitched down. I like Goodyear welted shoes. I know that if I bring them back to the factory or bring them back to a store, they'll be able to resole them for me. It is what it is. As far as like shipping and stuff goes though, and reaching out to them via customer service on sizing, that was amazing. They were very nice for that. So what they told me to do, take your Brandick, so I'm a 8 Brandick, so, and then go a full size down. So these are a size 7 Viberg. I might have been able to go with a 6.5, but they say based off of this last, it's more of a bulbous, kind of like a higher toe, so it's made to be worn with like thicker socks, which makes sense because it's a hiking boot and you're gonna be wearing it outside during the winter, and it is an autumn winter boot. So I'm happy with the size I have, and I think that was a great, so the website was great from that standpoint. Shipping was super fast. I think I bought them on like Monday and received them on like Friday, so I was very impressed with that as well. So the website and customer service I thought was really great. I'm just a little upset with the pictures not matching the boots. And again, like I was saying, I felt the boot itself felt more grayish black, where this feels more brownish gray. Is what it is. Different cow hides are gonna look different, and not everything is perfect. I'm okay with that, and I'm actually kind of happy I have more of a brown look to it now as well, just because I have so many pairs of black boots. I think it's nice to kind of have something different. To comfort and wearability, like I just said, I went a size down from my Brandick, and I'm happy with that. I've been wearing kind of like Nike just cushion socks with it, and they're fine. They are gonna take a break in. So this is the first boot I've had outside of like Alden's or Iron Rangers or something like that, and these are a lot more stiff. They're thicker, they're heavier, they're chunkier. So the break-in period in these is gonna be kind of a process. I've been wearing them around the house, and you'll see that they're already starting like here. You'll start to see kind of where the laces we're putting on and putting some stretch. I have extremely high arches, like ridiculously high arches, and I do, in the running community, I do what they call supinate. So basically what that means is a person, say this is a foot, and they have lower arches. Traditionally what they'll do is they'll push in on their feet, and then if you have higher arches, you'll go on the outside. So I tend to wear this part of my shoe out faster as opposed to the inside or the center, which is fine, but because I have such high arches, I can feel because these D-hooks kind of move in when you're tying them. I can feel the D-hooks. So it will take some break-in period, maybe a blister or two before they are perfect for me. Overall, I would say these are Grailed boots. I was on the fence between getting a pair of Guidis, but I've almost kind of noticed that my Morjas are starting to kind of rust and get grungy, so I might even just turn those into like Guidi alternatives, just because I already own them and I already bought them, so what's the point of changing them out? But again, these are my Viberg Hiker 66s. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you got everything that you needed. If you do have any questions or anything like that, please leave a comment below and I'll take care of what I can. But thank you again. Have a great day. Goodbye.